One of the important roles of the warriors is to protect those who have been silenced.
To know your warrior Loi is to devote to protecting and uplifting.
Without them, there is no us, and without us, they cannot live.
Understanding that you are being embraced by your ancestors and that you've got to let go.
Our ancestral spirits is there to help,
I respect death.
to assist,
I do not fear it,
and to aid.
and to live it. It's a part of life, not the end of life.
The sacredness of ceremony, the connection, the power, and the
It's a
land.
reflection of life. It is vibration. It is energy, and it speaks.
We are the vessel, the altar, the thread, the path.
To know your spirit animal is
To know the spirits of the land untouched.
Honor,
respect,
honor,
respect,
honor.
respect.
We are Her Royal Majesty, Queen Mother, Dr. Dorothy Desir, Commander-in-Chief of the Imperial Corps Agboje of the African Diaspora.
Sego,
Sego,
Clan Mother, Sharan Wapatukwe Piper, Tribal Head Leader for Golden Hill Pugwasu Tribe, and Medicine Woman and Spiritualist.
Les tribunaux
ma reine,
et les gens.
votre grâce.
Je suis donc nous sommes Queen Cotelia de la Livre, le Renédou de la Croix Imperial Minimum 12 de la Livre. I am Queen Cotelia de la Livre. For we shall leave this realm, for we shall return. The next generation, Act 1.
Bonsoir, bonsoir, comment vas-tu? J'espère que tu vas bien. Je suis Renédou, je suis Cotelia, bienvenue de la Livre Renédou, de la Croix Impériale de la Livre. Bienvenue sur mon chaîne. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, we will be discussing righting the wrongs with a focus on this year's election. But before we get into all of those things, I must first ask you to please subscribe to this channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave a sweet, kind comment below, hit your notification and post-notification buttons, and please share le video. D'accord? Super. Merci, merci beaucoup. Thank you all so very much. You're so kind. Merci beaucoup pour cela. Et tu es très gentil. Virtual tickets are sold out. VIP. Yes, so geez Louise, virtual tickets are sold out. Hold up. I need to go and double check that. Let me go back and double check that. I don't think they should be sold out unless a lot of sales happened at some point in time today. So let me go and double check that. But welcome everybody. Welcome. I do know that yesterday I was supposed to be in the Institute and teach a class. And I was not able to do that due to the results and due to yes, it does say virtual tickets sold out, and I know that cannot be right. Let me see what's going on here. Because virtual tickets, there should have not been a limit on those. Let me, but I do know that the tickets are going fast, and I do know last year, I want to say it was about a week, and it was about a week, and yeah, let me fix that, and it was done, for the VIP. I do want to communicate. I just went back and make that live because I know the virtual by themselves, there's no limits there, but there are limited VIP tickets, without a doubt. Yes, so because of things I have yet to unlock, I am not sure with the cabins. But I want y'all to also understand that it's an extra day. It's an extra day. So just can we do virtual if we are in the institute? No. If you are in the institute, you have to come in person. Otherwise, you do not graduate. You can complete the course, but you will not graduate, which means you don't get all the things and the secrets. So the very first question I need to ask is, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? I may allow maybe 2 or 3 people to come on live. If you want to express your feelings after the election, how are you feeling? Where are things sitting with you? As I mentioned yesterday, I had to move all of my readings in addition to move all of my readings and literally having to set up appointments for particular things. People here looking to move abroad, currently doing research. I'm feeling heartbroken. I haven't been allowed to feel yet. Well, that's why yesterday, because I know that people were sort of expecting to hear something from me. You need to feel what you feel without any interference, without any influence or any of those things. Like, your feelings need to be your own. And my feelings had to be my own. Like, none of my family spoke to each other yesterday at all. Not one of us. Because we really just had to be to ourselves. Yesterday, I was feeling awful. I was disappointed, enraged, truly terrified for the future, angry, mad, disappointed, but I'm not shocked nor surprised. Agreed, eating. Still processing anger, anxiety. Hell, I don't know. Mad, sad, confused, enraged. In mourning. I'm feeling guilty, but I birthed and raised my kids in this country. Nervous for what is to come, the unknown. Okay, so Eric, please email customerservice@gmail.com. No, excuse me. customer service at conjuresouth.com. Customer service at conjuresouth.com, and let them know that you need your bone throwing link. Okay? And they'll get that over to you within a moment. As a DC resident, I'm wondering how AI, feeling optimistic and magicalistic. Just I don't know what you're saying there. Hello. Hello. I am shocked. Didn't have a chance to vote because I am a justice impacted individual. So I missed this. So I really feel helpless until I get voting rights back. I had to deal with my students, 9 and 10-year-olds who look at me, so I can't really deal yet, understand. And that's the thing too. As a teacher, you don't get to have a bad day. As a coach for decades, I know you don't get to have a bad day, which is a big reason why I had to stop so that I can feel and be all the things that needed to be done. I feel everyone should be working on a sweetening jar. I'm disappointed but not surprised. We'll survive. I survived the 80s, Reagan, and the crack eggs epidemic. I feel that may sound a little bit like a walk through the park for what I fear is to come. I was shocked because I really didn't think he had the support he does. I am from the South, and even here, it wasn't super overt. Definitely blindsided by the results. After coming from the beautiful weekend, it wasn't the reality I expected to come back to. Ready to do the work and what needs to be done. He definitely does in my neighborhood in Florida. It's all Trump flags. So I definitely wanted to understood to Jasmine, understood. But I really wanted to ask that question first. And exactly, CJ, about the IVF and surrogacy journey. You all, listen, I told you months ago, I gave you insight months ago of things that needed to be done and the reason why I was doing the things I needed to do. The reasons why I had to make particular moves and make particular efforts when I needed to and by a particular date. Okay? As a DC resident, I'm starting to wonder how am I going to work in the White House? And so I literally I'm moving out of Florida for a blue state. And so, I told you all, will moving to another state help your journey? It could, but it's not necessarily guaranteed because it's a blue state, perhaps now, for the next 60 or 75 days. But if there's a national abortion ban or the IVF laws becomes a nationally situation for particular households, etc., it is up to that state. So then the state can be blue, but your laws may be red. Yeah, so please make sure you do hit that like button. So, one thing about it, opposition and hard times are not foreign to us, and we are survivors. You will get more than what you need, Queen. I see it. Thank you. So the thing is, as I mentioned to you all months ago, and even before that. I had a prophecy. Let me see. This was April 8th. So this is in my notes here. I'm just gonna do a little screenshot because I'm not trying to put people's names and things in there. So this was April 8th, 2022. And I spoke about, I remember hearing the words biochemical or biochemical warfare or something along those lines. And I have often told many individuals about my great grandma and how she told me very specifically. What worries me is them having control over the legislative also. Let me tell you something. And I may be over speaking, but I'm going to just tell you how it is, how I hear it to be. You have no rights. You will have no rights, to be honest. Or your rights will not, or the rights will not be beneficial to you. Okay? So that's a huge thing. And people can, oh, well, the statistics say this, and I read this, and that's not how any of that goes, and da-da-da-da-da, and all of those things. Don't play around and find out. I told y'all months ago, get your Star Federal ID. I'm not saying that you may necessarily have to move out of the country, but if you don't have that Star ID by May, guess what? Guess what? You won't be able to take a flight from your bathroom to the kitchen in your house. Okay? That goes beyond, and I want you to understand this, put things into perspective. Say, for example, you said, well, you know what? I got the money to fly out of the state. But if you don't have that federal ID, that Star ID, you won't be able to. And so you're stuck. If you are a woman, you have an ectopic pregnancy, even if you have the financial ability and freedom to go to another state, but you don't have that Star ID, you won't be able to. You cannot fly domestically without your federal Star ID. So even when you will say, well, I'm going to just go to another state or do whatever I need to do, whatever, you will not have the ability to do so. You will be stuck. Your children will be stuck. So if you have a daughter who needs help medically and can't, and your state laws will not. So you have your regular driver's license. That is just your regular identification for your driver's license. But then your federal ID, which is the Star ID, Without that, a federal ID, you cannot even get a passport, from my understanding, as someone who's already been looking into all of these things. Okay? Yes, so it's called a real ID. Yes, it's a driver's license with the stamp in the corner to allow you to entrance on flights and into government buildings and such. Kind of funny, but when I got my visa, I totally forgot they take your passport to the mail, um, passport to mail it back to you. I didn't have any other photo ID. So I've been communicating these things. I've been giving you all a heads up. No, it's not enough. Your social security card and birth certificate is not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. You can get those things right now, but once those federal IDs are a thing, they won't be enough. Okay? Yes, the real ID is what it's called. The real ID. I'm saying star ID because it has a star on it, but it's called the real ID. Okay? So I need for everyone to understand this because there's a lot that is coming. And a lot of people think the problem is going to be the Trump administration. You all, Trump did not put himself in office. It was your neighbors, your doctors, your teachers, your service workers, which is why we need to talk about righting the wrong. A lot of people don't understand that when you are a seer, prophet, psychic, medium, and if you came to the Working Ritual Weekend, you know all about those things now, and you know exactly what you can and cannot do or where you can build from, right? Seeing this come down the pipeline does not equate to the prevention of what's coming down the pipeline. It is to prepare you for what is to come. Okay? Shout out to the puzzle pieces. Listen. And a lot of individuals get caught up in the emotions, get distracted by the emotions of these times. Feel what you felt yesterday. You still may be coming out of. Let's get some more likes. Thank you so much, Kurt. I greatly appreciate you. Please make sure you do like this video. Feel what you feel, but do not allow your feelings to distract you from what you need to get done. What is your plan? What is your mundane plan? Have you considered what those possibilities are and look like, etc.? Okay? It's incredibly important to have a mundane plan, whatever that may be. And I have neighbors, horseback riding barn mates that I know for a fact are heavy Trump supporters. First and foremost, y'all are not in the same tax bracket. You're not going to benefit, number one. But the most importantly is understanding that you voting for your pocket has now affected maybe your neighbor's marriage, potential of having children, even to this thing of adoption. And if you're part of the LGBTQAI plus community, that's not an option and actually could be removed. And one of the just want to bring this up real quick because, sometimes people say things and don't really know what they're saying and all of those things. But for example, another big thing is the denaturalization that you find in Project 2025. So even if you became a naturalized citizen or whatever, that can be revoked and then you can be deported. So to a lot of the immigrants, just understand that that is a real thing. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Trump is going to be on his revenge tour for 2025, but it's going to be Vance that try to implement these things to become popular with the people so that he stays in office, to be honest. Now, if I see what I see, if what I see is to happen, I'll need to make that video in private. We'll need to have that conversation via Zoom. Also, LGBTQAI plus marriage are talks about annulments and previous marriages. Yes. And there's just a variety of things. So my thing is this. It is about the preparation, everybody. That's what it is, Chantal, as well. For the children that are born here, they will be able to stay, but their parents will be removed. From what, and with the reason I brought this up is because I just saw an article about this on Instagram. I just saw here.
How it is for the Hispanic, Latino, minority Trump voter who thinks they're all set. What do you think denaturalization means? For those of you who don't know, don't worry. I'll interpret it for you. It's the removal of citizenship. Yeah, Congress can do that. So for a lot of you Latinos that think that because you're naturalized, you're safe. No, you can lose your citizenship. And deportation is immediate once that happens. And that's Stephen Miller, the white supremacist they've always had a plan. Again, the Republican Party is the party of white supremacy. They've always had a plan to use their vote. And
so my thing is, I'm not going to go as far as calling the Republican Party because I think that there was once a legitimate Republican Party. This is Trump loyalist, period. So anyways, So the thing is, everybody, is not even this thing of, oh my goodness, fear. What do I want to do? No. First and foremost, you cannot move in fear and faith at the same time. That doesn't happen. It can't happen. You have already contaminated your plans if you're operating out of fear. To begin with, understand that. So as I said, feel what you feel yesterday, what you felt yesterday. Feel what you need to feel today. Maybe take a week to get through your feelings or the weekend. But allow those things to be acknowledged, placed aside, and now let me become clear on what my actions moving forward are. So again, in the space when we're talking about righting this wrong, it's not fixing, but it is preparing. It is the preparation. What is your preparation? Preparation. Okay? It is about the preparation that you are taking. Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. This is why I was preparing for the IVF thing, all of this stuff, etc., so forth and so on. Yesterday, I literally had to stop my readings and all of those things so I could go to the doctor, have these meetings, figure out what does this look like, what needs to happen, what do we need to do, and all of those things. So, when we are discussing this point of preparation, there's a reason why for the CONJURE FETE 2025, we're focusing on the Imperial Koago G. We are focusing on your warrior Loa. Because there is a spiritual side that can be utilized. There is a spiritual component and position that can be utilized. This FETE is happening in May of 2025. Remember me saying this. So even if you're thinking about, like Marcel said here, coming back from such a great weekend and then coming to this new reality, you left a weekend that gave you all the things you needed to know to operate in a space. When people say I don't know what's to come, but you do. Working ritual weekends, you know to trust what you know. You know to trust what you hear. We're building that trust. We're building that confidence so that we can begin to move accordingly. This is why I was telling y'all, like, hey, look, this is why you need to be here. And now that we know, we then have the CONJURE FETE that's going to be giving you, in fact, exactly what you need. Spirit, warrior, and the dead and beyond of how to protect yourselves in the highest possible way. It's all a setup. It is all setting you up. I tell you this. That's funny you say that. I've been saying I need to stop doubting myself and trust my instincts. We need to trust self, not even instincts. that divine knowing, those psychic abilities, that divine sight, that second sight, that clear sight. That's what we have to do. That's how we have to move. Okay? Now, some of you may or may not, feel that you can do the conjure FETE. I'm telling you now, there's a 20% off coupon. Let me tell you this, because the coupon that I gave, this is 15% coupon. The coupon that the others had has now expired, but this one is up until the 16th. Take your 15% off and divide and separate your payments into 4 easy payments. Do this so you can get this part of the information when it comes to the Ago J, that warriorship, all of the things that you need in that regards. But let us talk also about, again, righting the wrongs. You all listen. The wrong was done 400 years ago. So it's going to take about 800 to right. We don't have 800 years to see the right. But we do have today to be respected and protected. Now, one of the first things is Mama's Mojo. Okay? I want you all to remember I want you to listen to this. Being alive and living are 2 completely different realities for the African American individual. Being alive and living are 2 different wars African Americans fight each day. The consequences of these wars fall on the shoulders of the woman of the house that we speak about in Mama's Mojo. I want to also I'm trying to find this very particular space that I want to bring to your attention. There's a very particular, I literally wanted to grab this today for a very particular reason, and I cannot, and I said I was going to, I was actually going to I thought that there was something here, but I can't seem to find the page that I wanted to share with you all. I'm not finding it, which is fine. But the thing that I wanted to actually bring up in Mama's Mojo is I literally speak about how everything that we're doing in 2024, and at this time in 2019, I don't think I had became queen yet, actually, when this book came out. But it's the same work that we did 200, 300 years ago. But the gag is, people got comfortable and began to think that we are free, that the threats have become less. No, they just dressed them up differently. And the thing is this, I want y'all to understand something very, very clearly here. Trump did not create this hatred. Trump did not create the division. Trump did not create the bigotry and the racism. That was already here. He's just now giving them a mic and a badge to make them feel as though it's okay, to show who you already were. Those numbers did not come out of nowhere. Now, we could argue that certain people with certain amount of money that own particular satellites had a particular something to do with it. I'm not saying that's necessarily the case, but what I am saying is that these people were actually already here. Their grandchildren were already here. Okay? And that's who you need to be ready for. Second, not even day 2, and an HBCU, I think here in Alabama actually, got these messages about now that Trump is in office, we're coming to pick you guys up to go pick cotton on this day, etc., so forth and so on. That's a real thing that has happened. But what people need to understand is this. You may want to act like it's the 50s. But baby, we are not our second great grandparents. You are going to catch hands today on site. That's a fact. You can't bully and scare people like you did or like they did. People are posting your body, my choice. And so again, I say, be ready, stay ready. Righting the wrong. I will never, will they ever grow up? Yes, indeed. If you want to act like it's 1945, you're going to meet this 45. I know that's right. And I have some other particular thoughts I will keep to myself for now until we go to a private space. But it's important to be ready. I considered doing an emergency community service with Papa Jim, but I'm not. But I am going to ask you to join me on the 13th. Please take out your pens and your paper and listen to me. Grab 3 apples, red apples. You are going to write down particular high-holding individuals that may come into office. Write down their names or just simply speak their name into the apple. You're going to make a hole in the apple, speak their name, or place their name into the apple. 3 red apples. You are going to take a leathered belt. You are also going to take Jim Beam. Take this and 13 pennies to a tree in the cemetery. I also would encourage you to take some raw meat. It can be a steak, it can be chicken. I would do a steak. Take this meat. You can leave it at the base of the tree. You can nail it in the tree. Take your apples, sit it at the base of the tree. Pour out your Jim Beam. Take the belt and slap the tree 13 times, leaving your 13 pennies. As that meat and those apples rot, so will the wrong that shall be righted. Next week, on the 13th, $13 pennies, 3 apples, names, Jim Beam, and a leather belt. Place the names into the apple, base of the tree. Take the meat, leave it at the base of the tree or nail it into the tree. Pour out your Jim Beam. Slap the tree 13 times. Walk away, don't look back. As it rots, so shall the wrong that has been done. And I give you this so that we can do this collectively on the same thing. And we allow then Papa Jim to do what he's going to do. A tree in the cemetery, yes. I'm not going to say a specific time just because it's not realistic for everybody to be at a specific time, but do it on the 13th day and it shall be done. I'll do the rest. Just do it on the 13th, please, and I'll do the rest. You cut a hole in the apple and insert? Yes. Yes. I still have some of his essence. Good. Yes, and the wrongdoer. But we are focusing on the administration. We're focusing on the administration. You can put the same name in 3 times. So you do that to right that wrong. You do that to right that wrong. But then I can grab some dirt from the White House if need. Well, not at this given moment because we still got people in there that we care about. But I actually may send you something to lay down. But I enjoy DC so much. We may just go do it together, a little field trip. Perfect, Marchi. Perfect. C'est parfait. So this can be for anyone. I know. No, this is not for anyone. This is a very specific working I'm telling you to do for the administration. I'm not giving you what to do for personal things. And mainly because you don't have the essence. If you have the essence, something like this could work. But when you don't have the essence of Papa Jim. And also, too, I know the DMV was not happy with me coming through late and having a little dinner with Isis No Show. So I will be certain to let everybody know in the DMV when I'm rolling through again. Any cemetery will be fine. Because you're not working with any dead in the cemetery. You are amplifying the work that we're about to do. Oh, that's what I hear, Edie. That's what I hear. But no, it was late. And like Isis No Show, she was literally in a workout, like at the gym. And I was like, hey, I'm here. But I knew that I was like in her part of town, so. So yeah, so you definitely want to do that. To right those wrongs. Now, always remember, does the belt get left in the cemetery? Leave it in the cemetery. And I'll probably tell my graduates and all the reason why for the belt in private. But I do want to just say again, everything that I'm giving, everything that I'm putting out, it is literally for us. And I meant to say this too. Please know this. Every spiritual thing that you have dealt with to this point, every mundane thing that you have dealt with to this point, every mundane skill set you have acquired up until this point, know it can in fact be utilized in whatever plans you have moving forward. A lot of people really dismiss their resources, like their personal known resources. And you can't forget those things. You can't forget those things. Before I go on, I do just want to briefly give one more little sneak peek of the trailer, and then we'll talk about some protective options.
One of the important roles of the warriors is to protect those who have been silenced.
To know your warrior law is to devote you to protecting and uplifting.
Without them, there is no us, and without us, they cannot live.
Understanding that you are being embraced by your ancestors and that you've got to let go.
Our ancestral spirits is there to help,
I respect death.
to assist,
I do not fear it,
and to aid.
and to live it. It's a part of life, not the end of life.
The sacredness of ceremony, the connection, the power, and the link.
It's a reflection of life. It is vibration. It is energy, and it speaks.
We are the vessel, the altar, the thread, the path.
To know your spirit animal is
To know the spirits of the land untouched.
Honor,
respect,
honor,
respect,
honor.
respect.
We are Her Royal Majesty, Queen Mother, Dr. Doa Tidezia, Commander-in-Chief of the Imperial Corps Agboje of the African Diaspora.
Sego,
Sego,
Clan Mother, Sharan Wapatukwe Piper, Tribal Head Leader for Golden Hopogwasa Tribe, and Medicine Woman and Spiritualist.
Les tribunaux
ma reine,
et les gens.
votre grâce.
Je suis donc nous sommes Queen Cotelia de la Livre, le Renédou de la Croix Imperial Minimum 12 de la Livre. I am Queen Cotelia de la Livre. For we shall leave this realm, for we shall return. The next generation, Act 1.
So, just so that you understand, for the 2025 Conjure FETE, there are multiple events that your VIP ticket has already paid for that you don't even know what you're paying for. There are multiple items that you are paying for that you don't even know what you're paying for. There will be VIP experiences that nobody else will get to have. For example, you will get your Met Ted read by Queen Mother Djibouti Desir for your protection Loa. You will get that done a week prior to the Conjure FETE, so you can get your full-time reading and you know what you're showing up with. You will also get a reading with Clan Mother to know your totem spirit. The spirit guides, you want to know who's walking with you? She's giving you that. In addition to that, Queen Mother is bringing some strong information about devotion and dedication to your warrior Loa and the spirit of the Imperial Corps Agboje. Clan Mother is blessing us with our own private powwow, a FETE powwow that has never happened before, and only if you attend. Everyone gets to attend that, so your ticket pays for that as well. But there are some things that I will be releasing and unlocking. So remember, Will the VIP readings be done in person? No, because we want you all to get your full time and that you get all of the classes. Okay, so it will be done virtually, one-on-one. It'll be set up prior for those VIP in-person individuals. And whenever you come in person, if you have some additional questions, you can ask those, because now you already know who has your Metet for your Woya Loa, in addition to who has your spirit guides. Remember, you can use the 15% off code. All right. You can use this code and you can separate this into 4 easy payments. That does end on the 16th of December. Please understand that once that code is gone, it is gone. There is no questions asked about it. And I promise you, don't do it. And that's on you. It's on you. I definitely think that I have proven to you time and time again, I don't just set these things up in this way for kicks and giggles. There are true things behind it. Now, yes, indeed, said I purchased the VIP ticket before the plane left Mobile. So, I'm just excited because there are some things unlocked that I promise you, some of y'all are going to be so mad, because what this VIP group going to get may never happen again, or at least for 9 years, almost a decade. The code again, but remember, this is May 1st through the 4th. If you don't have that federal ID, after the FETE, you won't be able to fly anyways. So we're getting y'all in before you need all the things. Just letting you know, we're getting you in before you even need any of those things. All right. I wanted to now just share again when we are talking about righting wrongs, reversing things, mirrors. Utilizing mirrors is a big thing to reflect those negative things, spiritual things that are being thrown for you. All right. So that's one thing. The other thing is, to the person that has done wrong by you, you can take a doll baby, take out the eyes, and stick glass in the eyeballs. Shards of glass and mirrors. Mirrors are really important. And that will bring justice to that person that has done wrong. That's another way, too. No, you leave the leather belt in the cemetery, please. Leave the leather belt in the cemetery, please. So that's a big thing. Big thing. All right. We love mirrors. Oh, we love mirrors. Yes, we do. We do thoroughly enjoy the mirrors. Another aspect to get justice, or to have justice, or to right a wrong, those folk spirits that I've mentioned to you, that we've discussed, And then there are from folk spirits and entities, the deities, the Loa and the Orisha, which is where we do come into the conjure fact. Oh, okay. Thanks for answering. It's okay, Rosemary. Le rôle marron en français. Et voilà. So that's the thing. The biggest thing I just want to remind everybody again, what is your plan? Do you have your real ID? Do you know what you're going to do? Is your state red? Is it blue? Do I need to move out of the country? What is your plan? On the spiritual side, we all meeting up in the cemetery on the 13th to let Papa Jim. Is the Metet reading the same as a live tet? No. A live tet is a ceremony. A live tet is a ceremony. All right. So everyone, I am going to go to bed. I spent all day yesterday. I had to drive 4 hours for meetings and things with doctors regarding IVF and the surrogacy of it all. And I was on the road all day today. But I knew that I needed to be here for my people. And I needed to speak to my people so that I can protect my people for what is to come. I thank you so much for your energy, your time, your efforts, your kindness, your sweetness, your loyalty, your trust. Toi confiance de toi. Shameless plug for the Ride and Remedy because it came clutch with his bug bites. I am so happy. I did not expect you all to go in on the Ride and Remedy. Oh, merci. Josie, je t'en prie. Oui, merci. Thank you so very much. Good. Good, Jasmine, as it should. And the Institute, I will be messaging the Institute to reschedule yesterday's class. Without a doubt. It'll probably be this weekend, like Sunday, but I just wanted to say that. All right. Merci et bonne nuit. Bonne nuit. And you know we got to end with the video. Get your tickets.
One of the important roles of the warriors is to protect those who have been silenced.
To know your warrior Loi is to devote you to protecting and uplifting
Without them, there is no us, and without us, they cannot live.
understanding that you are being embraced by your ancestors and that you've got to let go.
Our ancestral spirits is there to help,
I respect death.
to assist,
I do not fear it.
and to aid
and to live it. It's a part of life, not the end of life.
the sacredness of ceremony, the connection, the power, and the
It's a
link.
reflection of life. It is vibration. It is energy, and it speaks.
We
to
are the vessel, the altar, the thread, the path.
To know your spirit animal is
To know the spirits of the land untouched.
honor,
respect,
honor,
respect,
honor.
respect.
We are Her Royal Majesty Queen Mother Dr. Doa Tidezia, Commander-in-Chief of the Imperial Corps Agboje of the African Diaspora.
Sego,
Sego.
Clan Mother Sharan Wapatukwe Piper, Tribal Head Leader for Golden Helpogwasa Tribe, and Medicine Woman and Spiritualist.
Les tribunaux
Ma reine,
et les gens.
votre grâce.
Je suis donc nous sommes Queen Cotelia de la Livre, le renédou de la Croix Imperial Minimum 12 de la Livre. I am Queen Cotelia de la Livre. For we shall leave this realm, for we shall return. The next generation, Act 1.